Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK Journey video. So for the next few days, I'll be recording in this room because I'm currently on holiday and I'm holding my mic right now because I'm not speaking as loudly as I'm co-living with other people, so I don't want to be a nuisance. So this will be the setup and this is how it will be for the next few days. And I didn't actually edit any video or upload anything, or actually I uploaded a video, but the video was recorded a day before. So yesterday I didn't do any video because yesterday I was really tired from a whole day of trip, and I just knocked out when I came back into my room, so just didn't edit there. But I saw quite a few negative things about Astro Fair throughout Reddit, throughout Discord, as well as I think the different channels like Vulcan's video. I think a few other content creators also talked about it. And I'm gonna address this issue, or rather I'm gonna talk about my view about this event. So I actually uploaded a video about 2 days back on my channel, and it was me saying that Astro Fair is pretty good. Okay, I do think that this event by nature still holds the good idea to me, because I personally enjoyed the trivia quiz, right? I enjoy seeing people running around trying to get the correct answer. It's quite nice to see people hanging around as well, but I hope that there will be some chatting feature to make things more interesting. Sorting Store as well as Century Quest Expo, even though they are really simple mini games, I like the fact that there's actually some way for people who are really serious about these contents to compete. So if you're really, somebody with a lot of time, you really enjoy the game and you want to play a lot, then these events with this district ranking itself is very good. And at the same time, they're not giving any rewards over here, so it doesn't actually force people to want to play, at least based on this perspective, right? These are basically people who are really active, people who really love the game and they want to be really hardcore in terms of their minigame rankings, then they can do it. So this gives you the freedom. But at the same time, right, I think one issue which a lot of people talked about, and one issue which I think I just find it really weird, is the timing issue, right? So I think this idea of wanting people to come, okay, first of all, let me rationalize why there could be a decision to make this a 15-minute thing and then there's a gap in between, and then we will talk about why it is so weird. Okay, so I think what they wanted to do is that you have many people online at the same time in the same map, so it creates the idea that there are people running around and makes the gameplay experience more pleasing, right? Because there's a lot of people running around, the server seems more active. But at the same time, right, it's so weird in a sense because there's a major gap. Like it's if you take a look at the timing, right, it's what 09 to 015, right? And then you have a 1200 to 1215, so on and so forth. And there's a gap with all the other quests. So it's like 9:30, 9:15. So there's a 15-minute gap between every event, and it's not a uniform gap, by the way. There's like some massive gap in the middle of nowhere. Like you see 0930, 0945, 1300, 1315, so on and so forth. And then if you take a look at this, right, this is 100, 1015, and then 1400, 1415. So I feel that it's okay. So the idea is good. The idea of wanting people to come online is good. But this is also the main issue because one of the most common points which I saw on Reddit as well as the various channels is that people don't have the time to log in specifically within that 15-minute range to do stuff. So I don't think they want to force you to do the event to claim the rewards, because you can actually just join the event and leave the map immediately. So what you can do, for example, now if you have a daily quest to do, so if you're somebody like me who is really busy on holidays, or you have work and you just don't have the time to sit down 15 minutes and play, right, you can just go into any of the Astro Fair event when it's open, participate in the event, leave immediately, and you can claim your daily points, which is 100 points. And for the rewards, you only need 8,100 to get all the important ones, which are the summoning tickets, as well as the Stellar Crystal, as well as the Soul Stone. So 8,001 for that. So we have a 9-day worth of event, which will give us 9,000 coins of vouchers from the daily points completion. So that will be more than enough to claim everything. So rewards wise, they're not forcing you to play, right? I think what to justify for them, right? This is not me shielding them, but to justify for them, the idea of this 15-minute time frame, I guess, was just supposed to make people, I'll say, come together and play together. So I think the idea is good. But at the same time, I also feel that the execution is really poor because the gaps between the mini games is really big. Like, dude, look at this. This is available in 2 hours 36 minutes, and this is available in 3 hours 26 minutes. So I'm online now, but I can't play any of this. Like, it's so weird. And then you have also another group which doesn't have the time, which I mentioned earlier. So every time within this 15-minute time frame, they need to be online to play the game, right? To at least join the quiz and then quit it to claim the daily rewards. And that pisses them off. Like, these people, they don't want to be restricted by the time, in a sense. Like, for example, I'm on holiday. Why would I want to log in at the game at 9 o'clock just to go into the quiz and then quit it just for the daily rewards? Like, why are you forcing me to do that? So I don't think they're forcing people, but it creates that idea where, hey, why are you forcing me to do that? Why are you forcing me to log in at 9 o'clock to do it? Like, for example, if I'm only free around like 9 o'clock range to 10 o'clock range, and then I miss the 9:15 point, I can't clear the daily quest, right? So that's something which I think is so weird, because it doesn't please, I'll say, like, both groups either way. Because if I'm hardcore, I will want to play the event for a longer period of time, not just a 15-minute time frame, right? If I'm somebody who is really relaxed, I just want to have a relaxed, chill gaming experience, I'm willing to spend money in a game so that I don't spend so much time in the game, then all the more you shouldn't create the time limit, because then I cannot play the game as and when I like. I'm forced to go into the game when I might not be able to make it. So the execution is so poor. Like, 15 minutes, it doesn't satisfy the people who wants to be hardcore, number one, then you leave a massive gap. Number two, it also doesn't satisfy the people who doesn't have the time. So that is, I'll say, the current main issue with them. And so what can be done? Very simple. Just make all these events an hour light event, right? For example, 1 hour trivia, 1 hour sorting store, and then 1 hour Century Expo, and then you just rinse and repeat. So that way, every hour there is an event running. So for people who want to play the minigame, they have hours and hours and hours to get their higher score for the trophy rankings, right? For the district store sorting, for the district century sorting. So if you have the time, go ahead, sit down, right? Play 1 hour, get the best score, compete with other people in the same district. But for the people who doesn't have the time, because the game is always constantly on cycle, they will be able to log in at any time of the day to just do whatever mini games there is, and then clear the rewards for their points quest, get the rewards for the points, and then get the rewards for the shops. So this would have made people so much happier. Like, I don't think it's that hard to come to this conclusion, right? Like, if you want to please both groups, this is probably the best solution I can think of. I'm not saying that I'm like a very, very good developer, but it's just, I'll say, in a sense, common sense to sort of not limit people. Like, 15 minutes doesn't satisfy my hardcore desires. If I'm available on the day at like 0900, right, playing for 15 minutes is not going to satisfy my hardcore desires, and it's not going to please those people that cannot play within all the specific time frames. So yeah, that's the issue with this for this event, right? So personally, still think that this event is good. In a sense, I think the idea is good, but the execution is just really poor. And as usual, there's always a lack of communication. So hopefully somebody steps up to say something soon and make the necessary changes as usual. Okay, so one final thing before we end off this video. I think with the recent patches, or with Song of Strike specifically, it hasn't been really doing the game's justice, because I think it's a series of bad decision making resulting in all these issues, and a lot of people actually started to move away from the game, which is unfortunate, but it's happening. But at the same time, people also ask me, hey Zeep, will you be covering other gacha games? You know, why are you not doing other gacha games? Why are you not playing Uwa? Why are you not playing ZZZ? So my response to them is this, right? I think I owe my recognition, or I owe whatever the channel is right now, a lot to AFK Journey, because after Guardian Tales, I actually got screwed up by algorithm over and over again, and my views were pretty pathetic. So a lot of the older videos are still on the channel, and you guys can see those videos view numbers, they are really, really bad. So I've seen the worst of my days on the channel, and I think the state right now is still not the worst, right? So that's number one. Number two, I've been enjoying AFK Journey ever since I started playing, and I still enjoy the game, even though there's a lot of very shitty decision making, and there's a lot of things that are not going right for the game. But I'm willing to give the game a chance, because there's this season feature which will reset, which will make the game a lot better, right? I'm willing to give the developers like some faith that season 2 will be better, because hopefully they learn their lessons, right? They learn from all these feedbacks, all the things that players want, all the comments from the content creators to make the game better in the following season. So that's why I'm willing to stay around, right, with my good faith to cover the game for those of you guys who might have left the game but or is thinking of leaving the game. And in the future, if you see something interesting on the channel, you are free to jump back because you are still up to date with the latest meta and stuff. So that's one thing that I can assure my AFK viewer, that this channel will support AFK Journey until the game decides to go EOS itself. But I'll still support the game, right, as long as I don't get kicked out by you guys. If you guys still watch my video, I will definitely still produce contents. So that's it, right? As for other games, I will also be doing them because in order to become a full-timer, at least in terms of the more stable side of things, covering one game is definitely not enough, and I do intend to make content creating a full-time thing for me, and I'll definitely cover other gacha games. So I do have another channel which is called Zeeebo Zoi, which I'll link in the description down below. So feel free to subscribe to it if you want to see my other contents moving forward, because I will most likely be covering Zenless Zone 0 on that channel moving forward. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so that's one thing which I can sort of review right now. Zenless is somewhere in July. I'll be on holiday probably until the 20-something of June, and then we'll be back with some AFK Journey videos. So I'll still be able to do some videos because I have my laptop, but I'll probably slow down on the pacing a little bit. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Just a few, like a very simple sharing of my opinion, as well as to answer some like of the questions which people posted for me with regards to the state of the game. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.